Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin and today's video we're gonna talk about Crew 2.0. Wargaming are gonna implement this into the live server next month. There is a lot of to talk about, so let's jump right into the video. As you can see over here we have some new perks. For the commander we have practicality, everything got buffed and now they have a better explanation, which I think is really nice that we have better explanation of what everything does and what everything do. And on top of that they improved this characteristic tab over here, and now we have so many values that back in 2012 the game was basic. You had like little things to work with. Now you have like a million of statistics and a million of numbers to see over here, and your brain goes boom. I know it happens to me as well. Yeah, we have a new skill, a new perk for the commander. The gunner gets as well concentration, quick aiming, and armor got to rework. We're going to talk about all of those in a moment. But the biggest problem of this, there are new competitive skills, and Wargaming are going to give you 12 retraining orders. This is what we got over here on the test server. Hopefully they're going to change that. We're going to get, for example, me, I do have 214 tanks. Let's say I play around 150 of them and I have crew for them, and let's do an average of 4. I have 600 crew members that need either retrain, they need either a brand new skill that is more competitive than the old one, and therefore 600 times it by 200 gold, because if you go to a tank and you want to retrain it, or give me a tank that I let's say like this. If I go here, retrain, if you're going to do it for free, you're going to get 80% of your hard-earned experience. What does this mean? If you have a million experience of your commander, and you have, let's say, five skills, is that 1 million? I think that's around 1 million, or four, let's say four perks. You're gonna get 80% of that, so equivalent of 800,000 experience. If you're gonna pay the silver, you get 900,000, but if you do it for gold or the retraining orders, you're gonna get it for back to 1 million. So you're not gonna lose anything, any experience that you earned on that crew member. But that 200 gold per member times that by the 600 people that I have in my garage, there you go. That's roughly, how much is that? 120,000 or 1.2 million gold, which is like thousands of euros. And yeah, it's not really good for a gore game. It's really, really cheeky way to get money. So hopefully we're gonna get a lot of retraining orders, like hopefully at least 100, because there is so much new content, and all of those guys are, they don't have the best skills yet. I mean, that they have skills, but some of them are less competitive than the new ones. Which brings us to my next point. Heavy tanks, because they have more people, more space. Let's say like that. Let's pick the mouse. Over here, the mouse has 6 members. The commander is doing a commander job, gunner is doing a gunner job, is aiming and stuff, the driver is driving, radio operator is over there over the radio, and the loaders are just doing loader things. But if you take a look at the light tanks, and if you look specifically at the tank that has only 2 people inside the crew, and that is the Manticore, you realize that you have 3 group perk, plus the 6 of the commander, plus the 6 of the gunner, because it's doing gunner robe. On top of that is doing the radio operator, so you have 21 skills available for the Manticore. And on top of that there are 3 plus 6 by 2, which is 15, so you have 21 crew for the commander and 15 for the for the driver. So what does that mean? Theoretically, it is impossible to have more than 9 or 10 crew perks on your Manticore. So yeah, pretty much you don't want repair, you don't want mentor, maybe you don't want sound detection because you have good reflexes. You want to have recon, you have to have better view range, you want better brother surround, you want concealment. There you go, that's 3. You want to have jack of all trades, not really important, let's say. Eagle eye, not really. Practicality, let's say you hide in the bush and you don't do anything, practically is not important. Designated target you want, that's the fourth skill. Concentration, maybe you want it, maybe you don't want it. It's like you're never gonna fire in a Manticore, so the same goes to the quick aiming. It's not really mandatory on this vehicle. Once again, armorer changes your RNG from 25% all the way to 20%. So for a tank that hits for 400, instead of low rolling for 300 and high rolling for 500, you're gonna roll for 320 as low and as high as 380, actually 480, which is good to have the armorer. The dead eye, once again, this vehicle is not really important. Snapshot, maybe, call for vengeance, or however you pronounce that. It's important on this vehicle. That's your fifth skill. Firefighting, possibly. Situational, it's important. It's your sixth skill. Jamming, seventh skill. There you go. That this one is once again really important. Comms expert, it's your eighth skill, because if you're light and you do spotting, you get a 2.5% improve major qualifications. And the teamwork, if you have someone in the 50 meter from you, maybe you're doing the Prohorovka and you have, the tank destroyer next to you, and you're passive spotting from behind, that's your 10 skills, which, if you want to be competitive in the EBR, you have some people that are really, really hard to get. You go to your recruits, there you go, 0 skill perk. But there is actually one guy, which I think is this one, that gets 0 perk skill, which means you get for free two perks, like the Brothers in Arms and something else that you might want to pick, that don't have you any penalty when you want to increase. If you want to increase your first skill, it's 42k. Second skill, 84. Third, fourth, and so on is gonna get to 1 million. Your seventh skill is gonna be like 1 million free experience. So eighth skill is gonna be 2 million free experience, 4 million, 8 million, 60 million, and so on and so on. This is an exponential number. And what does that mean? You're never gonna get 15, 16, 17. So your Manticore will never be top up. It's not gonna be top notch. But if you pick the EBR is gonna have, this crew has between 4 and 6 crew members, because it has like, everyone's doing their own job, except the commander he is loading as well. So yeah. He's not actually, no one is stressed except the commander. The commander can have those skills which are good, and therefore there we go. This is the best pick for EBR. I mean, the other ones are okay to have, but those are the most important in my opinion. And with 4 to 6 crew per crew, there you go, you have a top-notch EBR just because you have more space and everyone is not as stressed as as the Manticore is. And for my setup, this is like my clan war setup. Yeah, I never play EBR. I don't like the EBR even though I have a 66% win rate. This tank is broken. This tank should not be in the game, but that's a complete another story. If you put yourself the designated target, that perk, if you put the radio set, if you put the bond optics, the bond venting system, and the venting system plus the food, gives you overall better skills. For example, situation awareness has 3% better view range, but with all of this with the bond vents has 4.07. So yeah, this makes the ventilation have such a big influence, and everyone will need the bond ventilation plus the what plus that you don't have to spend bonds on demounting this. It is for free. There you go. Just click and it doesn't take bonds away from you. You apply it on your next stand that you want to trim or you want to be competitive in, and that's all. Wargaming wins €8 from the Watt Plus, just because you want to move your ventilation to have 1% better view range from the situated awareness. Instead of having 3% that I mentioned earlier, you have 4%. So yeah, all of that combined with some field modification as well, and you don't have any concealment. It's like you don't have any exhaust or something like that. You get yourself 453 meters view range, which is enough for an EBR. You get yourself 8 seconds more to spot an enemy, which means you can spot enemies between 18 seconds and 21 seconds, which is insane. The artillery piece can aim properly. Everyone can aim on Prohorovka. You are not gonna. It's like everyone can aim for their weak point. And on top of that, if you have the grille that is loading in 15 seconds, let's say, he can shoot you twice for 1500 damage because in the enemy team there is an EBR that has this setup, which they spot you for 18 seconds or 18 21 seconds, and they get spotted only for 6.5 seconds. You don't even have time to react in 6.5 seconds. What about aim? Yes, jamming. It says that decreases the vehicle spotted for 1 second, but with the ventilation, there you go. It's minus 0.136. So the ventilation gives you like half of a second better perk. Engineer, once again, 0.36 better kilometer an hour top speed, and so on. So yeah, what can I say? Madness, madness, madness. But now let's talk about the crew itself, about the new perks. The Brothers in Arms gives you 5%. Repair skill, it's 80% with this, with a chocolate. And the Brothers goes up to 100%, I think. Recon 2%, and if the observation device are damaged, 23%. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. For the perks, Mentor got buffed, Sanitation got buffed, Eagle Eye, and I'm gonna continue all of this into a special dedicated video where I'm gonna talk about where I'm actually gonna rank each skill, so to be as useful as possible, because this video is already 12 seconds. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.